is that? What is that? Hi guys, welcome back to another new season of Game of Thrones. Today we'll be watching episode 1 of season 3, Valar. Give me a second to spell this out. Dohaeris? Dohaeris. Valar Dohaeris. If I say it more, I think I will pronounce it wrong, but Valar Dohaeris, I'm going to say that. And it significantly comes off from the season 2, episode 10, title Valar Morghulis. So I'm watching this right after watching season 1 and 2, History and Lore. So apologies for wearing the same thing, but I'm very excited to continue and see it. At least I hope I can watch maybe 2 episodes today. And yeah, so it's going to be, it looks like as if I've done everything in the first, like in one day. It's exactly that. I've watched everything in one day. So just letting you know that I'm trying my best to going to watch as much as possible so that I have more to edit, and then I can take one day and watch a lot more in the end. So like I have been doing, but let's go right to season 3, episode 1. From the way it ended off in episode 10 of season 2 with Blackwater happening in episode 9, and then in 10 with the way the White Walkers were marching their way to the wall. After watching the season 1 lore, we know that there were 13 castles that were there to protect the wall, but now only 3 remain, and 3 are being held by the Night's Watch to protect what lies beyond the wall. So now that is going to be tested with the way the walkers are quite hectic in number, and we know that fire can kill them, and we are hoping that the 700 feet high wall is big enough for them to not cross over. But I mean, to think that, okay, even if the wall is that big and long, won't the White Walkers somehow find a way to go around it? Like, there has to be an end to it, right? Like, there has to be a way where the wall would have stopped being built from. So where exactly, like, even if they are going straight on, but there can be some sort of way to go around it. I'm not sure. I think maybe that's not a possibility, but I'm just like trying to logically think it. But anyhow, we have to see what the events are from Blackwater and what Stannis' next plan of action is going to be. Joffrey marrying Marjorie, Sansa, whether she will leave King's Landing or not, Robb, will he take back Winterfell, and what his encounter will be with Theon Greyjoy. So many stuff happening. Arya, will she take the coin to Bravos to learn the ways of what Jaqen H'ghar was saying, that he believes the red god and whatnot, and he worships, like he has a faceless thing, stuff like that. Will she go and learn those ways, because she looked eager to learn how he killed those soldiers in Harrenhal, stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see what the season holds, and as I keep saying, I know that it keeps getting better, but in terms of storytelling, I'm not sure where it will go. All I know is now that Khaleesi is freaking, she had nothing in season 1 to now having all of the gold of Karth to buy her enough ships to cross the narrow sea, and I am so excited to see her going through that, because after everything we have learned about the Targaryens and Aegon the Conqueror and whatnot, I think Khaleesi deserves it, because Stannis does not look like the kind of king that would be fit to rule 7 kingdoms, even though apparently he is rightfully the right throne. But if we call the usurpers, it would be now Dany. I call her Dany because that's the way Viserys used to call her. No, Daenerys. The way Daenerys would sit on the throne, and she would be, to me, the rightful heir to the throne if you're talking about that. So Stannis Baratheon to me is not the one, and neither is naturally Joffrey. So let's find out how this goes, and hopefully we'll have an enjoyable episode. And yeah, let's not wait any further, let's get right to it. Why is there no intro? That freaked me out. Catch up, Sam! How you lost track of them, I'll never know. Now you run fast when everything is hard to see. Who is that? What is that behind you? What is that behind you? Oh my god! You are awfully calm for this shit. Is that wildling? No, that's it. Oh god. No, not today, not today. Not this time. Oh, thank God. Who is that? Who is that? Oh. Moment, where have you been, Santa Claus? I missed you.
Did you send the ravens? That was your job. Your only job. We know what's out there. But we have to make it. Have to warn them. But before winter's done, everyone you've ever known will be dead.
Holy God, Winterfell! It's burning! Astapor! Oh, that's where the ship was heading for with Jorah and that lady. Ooh, what's she doing? Like this. You better have a freaking good poker face when it comes to this, because if you're going up against Mance Rayder, who was a ranger, and from the lore, they know their tricks. Oh, they're real! Giants are real!
When they stop being shy, they get angry. And when they're angry, I've seen them pound a man straight into the ground like a hammer on an nail.
Mance was a ranger.
In your hearts, all you crows want to fly free.
When I'm free, will I be free to go?
Sure you will.
What happened to their fathers?
Fighting you?
Some of them were killed by crows like you.
Okay.
Don't look so grim, Jon Snow. If Mance really likes you, we'll live another day.
What do we want with the baby glow?
This baby killed Coronathan. He wants to be one of us.
Plenty of little men tried to put their swords through my heart, and there's plenty of little skeletons buried in the woods.
Ooh.
Your Grace. Your Grace?
What just happened?
Did you hear that? From now on, you'd better kneel every time I fart.
The girl likes you.
No shit there,
You like her
man.
Max now.
Oh!
Why you want to join us?
Don't panic, boy. This isn't the damn Night's Watch where we make you swear off girls.
That easy. I thought he had to put up a full-on reason as to why he killed Corin. Maybe.
He was my brother once.
Oh God.
Back when he had a whole hand.
He wants me to lead one day.
But here you are. A traitor. Kneeling before the king beyond the wall.
If I'm a traitor, then you are too. I want to be free.
That's not a good enough answer.
I don't think so. I think what you want most of all is to be a hero.
We stopped at Craster's Keep on the way north.
You saw what?
I saw Craster take his own baby boy and leave it in the woods. I saw what took it. Because when I told the Lord Commander, he already knew. Thousands of years ago, the first men battled the White Walkers and defeated them. I want to fight for the side that fights for the living. Did I come to the right place?
Pretty
We'll
good.
need to find you a new cloak.
Oh, that's it. You convinced me there.
Well,
Don't you want to leave something to the imagination?
Trouble is, I've never had much imagination.
I want you to take it up.
Keep backing away till you're outside this establishment, then back away some more.
Lord Tyrion sent me.
I will murder you, boy.
He said it was a matter of life and death.
You look handsome as ever, Tyrion Lannister.
What are they doing here?
Protecting me, I assume? Will you let me in?
No, I don't think so.
Good one.
If I wanted to kill you, do you think I'd let a wooden door stop me? They said you'd lost your nose, but it's not as gruesome as all that.
The man who cut me lost more than his nose.
I should hope so. The rebels came for Joffrey's head. They lost their own. Bit of a come down from Chamber of the Hand. I don't suppose you need much room.
That's what
Brown
my
Maester
myself.
Pycelle made the same joke. You must be proud to be as funny as a man whose balls brush his knees.
Where's your father today?
I'm sure he loves me dearly, as any father loves his child, his baby boy. Yet he hasn't come to visit once since arriving in King's Landing. I lay here, my face split in half, but father never came.
You told him I had my guards beat that servant girl at Casterly Rock.
You did have your guards beat her. A girl of 9, I believe.
I was 9 too. If I remember correctly, she never stole a necklace again. I expect you'll tell lies about me, about Joffrey.
Any lies in particular?
Ah, go it, go it.
Clever as you think you are.
No
What
pun.
makes me more clever than you?
These two shining warriors. Sir Tarin Mount and Sir Who's It the Food Game.
Sir Merlin Trant.
Sir Bronn of the Blackwater.
You're no knight.
I grow poor protecting you.
Poor. Poor. Under my patronage, you've become a knight. You've served as commander of the City Watch.
Briefly,
Sure, you filled your pockets.
and now my pockets are empty. You've given me a taste for the finer things. And if you want me to carry on protecting you, you'll need to pay more.
I thought we were friends.
We are. But I'm a sellsword. I sell my sword. I don't loan it out to friends as a favour.
How much?
Double.
Double?
I'm a knight now. Knights are worth double.
Don't even know how much I'm paying you now.
Means we can afford it.
I love the dialogue is. Mwah, love it. Oh god. Davos! Oh my god, he survived! How did you end up wherever you are?
Help me!
Oh my god, he's fully burnt. I'm sorry. Oh, they saw him. How did he survive?
I was in the battle at Blackwater. I was a captain and a knight.
Aye, sir. And serving which king?
The one true king of Westeros. Stannis Baratheon. And your son?
Oh god, Sandor. I'm Sandor.
He may have swum ashore as you did. No, the wildfire took my sword.
That's what I thought, that the wildfire took you and him.
I too have lost a son. There is nothing worse in this world. But Davos, you were a good father.
If I was a good father, he'd still be here.
There is nothing for me at Dragonstone.
This war is not over.
Not for you, maybe. But for Salador's son,
Salador.
the war is over.
We're both sworn to King Stannis.
I am sworn to no man. His fleet lies at the bottom of Blackwater Bay. They say he sees no one. Not his generals, not even his wife. Only the Red Woman, whispering in his ear, telling him what she sees in the flames, and burning men alive.
What?
They built a great fire when Stannis returned. All those who spoke against her, she called servants of darkness. I'm thinking Dragonstone is a good place for us to avoid.
Take me back there, please.
Why?
You cannot turn Stannis against her.
Maybe not, but I could carve her heart out.
You could try. If you fail, they will burn you.
Our loyalty knows no bounds
When
sometimes.
you're dead, I'll gather your bones in a little sack and let your widow wear them round her neck.
I think the widow's also already dead, but okay.
There won't be a siege. The mountain can't defend a ruin.
I imagine the mountain will defend whatever Tywin Lannister tells him to defend.
The Lannisters have been running from us since Oxcross. I'd love a fight. The men would love a fight.
It's insane to hear about the story of Harrenhal and now to see it, like, after the Dragonfire, even though we did see it. It's just... Whew.
The Mallister.
Sir Jaimie, my father's bannerman.
Find her a chamber that will serve as a cell.
She's your mother.
Doesn't
She
matter.
freed Jaimie Lannister.
Yeah,
The Lannisters robbed them of their sons. She robbed them of their justice.
Wow, great timing there, Maester.
What's your name, friend?
Qyburn.
Lucky to be alive.
Qyburn, Harrenhal.
Lucky.
The badge looks good on you. Almost as good as it looked on me. Are you enjoying your new position?
He gave you real power and authority. You chose to spend your days, as you always have, bedding harlots and drinking with thieves.
My beloved father, who somehow forgot to visit his wounded son after he fell on the battlefield.
Maester Pycelle assured me your wounds were not fatal.
Of
I
course.
organized the defense of this city. I led the foray when the enemies were at the gate, while your grandson, the king, quivered in fear behind the walls. I bled in the mud for our family, and as my reward, was trundled off to some dark little cell. A little bloody gratitude would be a start.
Jugglers and singers require applause. You are a Lannister. Do you think I demanded a garland of roses every time I suffered a wound on the battlefield?
The day Jaimie put on the white cloak, he gave up his claim to Casterly Rock. I am your son and lawful heir.
You want Casterly Rock.
It is mine, by right.
We'll find you accommodations more suited to your name. And as a reward for your accomplishments during the Battle of Blackwater Bay, I would let myself be consumed by maggots before mocking the family name and making you heir to Casterly Rock.
Why?
Why? You ask that? You are an ill-made, spiteful little creature, full of envy, lust, and low cunning. Men's laws give you the right to bear my name and display my colors, since I cannot prove that you are not mine. That was my father's sigil and his father's before him. But neither gods nor men will ever compel me to let you turn Casterly Rock into your whorehouse. Go, now. And one more thing. The next whore I cut in your bed, I'll hang.
The captain's tired of risking his life so King's Landing lords and ladies can get drunk on better wine than they deserve. He's going to stay in Dorne, wait out the winter where it's beautiful and warm. You said you'd take me home.
For the property of the crown, stealing you would be treason if you were to tell just one.
I won't tell anyone,
How do I know?
because I'm a terrible liar.
I'm waiting for word on an assignment that will take me far away from the capital. When I set sail, I might be able to take you with me.
Now
But
it's a
you'll need to
might
be ready
be.
to leave on a moment's notice.
Watch out for her. I always do. Watch out for her with him.
Three dragons like freaking egg on the conqueror bit. Woo!
Going fast.
No shit!
Not fast enough.
You are kidding.
The Unsullied are the greatest soldiers in the world.
The greatest slave soldiers in the world. Distinction means a good deal to some people.
Do those people have any better ideas about how to put you on the Iron Throne?
They're the first Dothraki you've ever been on a ship. They followed me across the poison water. If they'll do it, others will, and with a true Khaleesi.
The Dothraki followed strength above all, Khaleesi. You'll have a true Khaleesi when you prove yourself strong. And not before.
Okay, okay. That's very true if she wants those armies, so listen to everything he has to say.
Heard you were dead.
Not yet. I had hoped to speak to you alone, Your Grace.
You are alone.
Why you come back? Why?
Your Grace, you are the rightful king. Not only by blood. You're an honorable man, a just man. And there is still a war to fight.
I am fighting.
How would you punish the infidels, Sir Devils?
I do not judge people for the gods they worship. If I did, I'd have thrown you in the sea before you ever set foot on Dragonstone.
I'm not your enemy.
You are my enemy.
I could have saved those men.
But what?
You would have taken the city, Stannis would now sit upon his rightful throne, and you would stand beside him. But I wasn't there, because you convinced your king to leave me behind.
What a load of shit! Devils, don't listen to her!
All those burning men in the water, crying for their mothers, for their gods.
She is poison.
Until the moment the Blackwater swallowed them.
Woman is evil!
100.
She's a mother of demons! Take him to the dungeon, lock him in a cell.
Your Grace! You've chosen the darkness, Sir Devils.
See, this is why he doesn't deserve to be king, because he will become like Mad Heiress.
Stop, my lady. You'll ruin your dress. I have others.
When the ships came to Blackwater
Oh,
Bay,
she's that type of
he
queen.
never came back.
Okay.
And your mother?
She died when she had me.
Bad men wanted to come into this city and do terrible things, but your father stopped them.
He wasn't a knight. He was just a soldier.
And what do knights swear to do? Protect the weak and uphold the good. Your father did that. Be proud of him. Come to me whatever you need to feed them, clothe them, or house them. Directly to me.
Oh!
It's a lovely gown, my lady.
Yes, it suits you perfectly.
She doesn't like her.
The climate is a bit more forgiving back in Highgarden, Your Grace. Joffrey tells me you stopped your carriage at Fleabottom on your way back from the Sept this morning. Yes. I paid a visit to an orphanage the High Septon told me about.
Marjorie does a great deal of work with the poor back in Highgarden.
Not long ago, we were attacked by a mob there. We had a full complement of guards. It didn't stop them. The king barely escaped with his life.
My mother's always had a penchant for drama. Facts become less and less important to her as she grows older. Our lives were never truly in danger.
I'm glad House Tyrell has been able to help in this regard. They tell me 100 wagons arrive daily now from the Reach. Wheat, barley, apples. We've had a blessed harvest. And of course, it's our duty to assist the capital in time of need.
As Solara said, Lady Marjorie has done this sort of charitable work before. I'm sure she knows what she's doing.
Sure she does.
I'm sure you all do know what you're doing. Oh, they will have problem. Astapor. Oh, she can literally see the Iron Throne now. What are you saying? What are you saying?
The Unsullied have stood here for a day and a night with no food or water. They will stand until they drop.
They may suit my needs. Tell me of their training.
Żabra Westorosia las kreni. I vetra storywiże wachoma givile skovejotre. They begin their training at 5. Every day they drill from dawn to dusk until they have mastered the short sword, the shield, and the 3 spears. Only 1 boy in 4 survives this rigorous training.
My master says the Unsullied are not men. Death means nothing to them. Tell the good master, there is no need.
Oh, freak me!
My master points out that men don't need nipples.
And Unsullied must go to the slave marts with a silver mark, find a newborn, and kill it before its mother's eyes. This way, my master says, we make certain there is no weakness left in them. My master would like you to know that the silver is paid to the baby's owner, not the mother.
Oh my god.
Unsullied are a means to an end.
I don't...
They own them, these men.
They're not men. Not anymore.
Once I own an army of slaves, what will I be?
Who's this? Who
Be
is this?
fair to them. Won't mutilate them to make a point.
Whoa! Oh, heck no. What is that? What is that? The little girls never to be
I owe
trusted.
you my life, sir.
Barristan!
Mine. Agreed.
Barristan! Whoa!
One of the greatest fighters the Seven Kingdoms has ever seen, and as the Lord Commander of Robert Baratheon's Kingsguard.
Oh yeah, the one that tried to kill you.
King Robert is dead. I've been searching for you, Daenerys Stormborn, to ask your forgiveness. Allow me to join your Queen's Guard, and I will not fail you again.
Oh, good lord, dudes. Oh, she can feel the power there. Oh, okay. I'm excited. I'm too excited. You know, this is the shit that I need. Khaleesi on the throne. People falling, bending their freaking knee for Khaleesi. And I just love it. If they have Barristan Selmy in, like, her Queen's Guard, I didn't even think of that. That once she's in the throne, that she'd have a Queen's Guard. I love that. I love the ring to it. So once she's there, Barristan Selmy there at the Queen's Guard, give me a break. I'm into it so much. But the warlocks are still trying to kill her. What warlock is left? Like, that guy died, right? With Dragonfire? Pretty sure that would have killed him straight up with her magic. But anyhow, okay, so somehow we started off with the Night's Watch and everything, where we got introduced to, you know, of course, back to Mormont and to send the ravens that the White Walkers are heading to the wall, and it, like, stuff is getting real right now. And from there we went straight to Jon Snow heading to Mance Rayder, and Mance, I was like trying to think how Mance would be able to put two and two together, because I'm sure he would have had a tough time trying to tell the wildlings that he was in it to be a free person himself. But now that Jon is a crow, I'm sure, like, I was gonna think, like, what is going to be his charade, like, what's his backstory going to be like, and stuff like that. So, like, how exactly is he going to play his way around it and be one of the wildlings? So, and I don't know how this would go back to Mormont, because he was trying to groom him to be a leader, but like a Lord Commander, but I don't know what exactly will happen with that regard. Like, what would he know that Jon is putting an act, or would he believe that Jon truly wanted to be a wildling and killed Corran Halfhand? Stuff like that. I'm not sure exactly. Then the dragon, like, you know, the scene between Stannis and Davos, unreal. Like, I would not want, like, for Davos Seaworth to be so loyal and to lose his son to Stannis. Yes, it makes, because so many of the people in the north are still doing that, fighting for the Starks, lose their sons to it, and their fathers still continue to serve the family that they swore an oath to. Yes, I understand that, but I just believe that, you know, like, with the way that he convinced Stannis to not bring the Red Woman with them to Blackwater, I just would not believe that whatever she says from here on out would be true, because anything that she utters from her water whispers into his ear is like pure evil, as he said. So now he is locked up in the dungeons because of what this guy failed to understand. Like, he still allows her to control him in a manipulative way, not even like giving proper guidance or counseling. It's more like she's going to control him. I don't know if she has an ulterior motive. We have not seen that, but everything she does, she says it's in the favor of Lord of Light. If the Lord of Light like favors Stannis Baratheon, I'm pretty sure a person of fire would have known that there would be wildfire being used at King's Landing. So where was your God then to tell or warn them that you may encounter a fire that is deadly enough? And yes, we had this conversation with Stannis and whatnot, and she used that Arya to say that he lives in you, like the Lord of Light is in you and whatnot, and some shit he saw in the flames. I don't know what it is, but pretty sure he's like being used like a donkey for sure, and he doesn't even know it, and he calls himself the true leader of Westeros, when in fact he's not. He doesn't make the decisions in the end. He listens to a lady, and I'm not demeaning that she's a lady. No, I'm demeaning the character as a person. Like, she is unfortunately it's a she that that she is like trying to use excuses like Lord of Light to, I don't know, maybe the Lord of Light is real and whatnot. I mean, by now I believe in all the types of gods that are there, but I just don't believe that the Lord of Light believes that Stannis Baratheon is the one true king. And then we also got to see Giant in the wildling territory. That was insane. I'm actually pretty shocked. Now Tyrion would have to be like, when he sees White Walkers and giants, when, of course, when the time comes that he believes that they are real, which I hope doesn't happen, because I want Tyrion Lannister to live. Freaking, that's my life. Then they went to Harrenhal, so many Northmen dead, more than 200. Lock the mum up in a cell. Tylissa's with him, and there's this guy named Qyburn who apparently survives that. He looked like a maester. I think he had one of the rings. I'm not sure. I think he's a maester, or I might just have thought, I think it may have been his armor, but I just thought he was a maester, so I just wrote maybe even maester Qyburn, who was in Harrenhal, alive. Pretty sure there's a reason why he is alive. And then the entire conversation between Tyrion and Tywin, it truly was like, I think we firsthand get to see what kind of an, not abusive, but verbal abusive father that Tywin is to Tyrion. And by right, Tyrion is in the right to get Casterly Rock, because Jaimie is part of the King's Guard, and he cannot inherit Casterly Rock. So the reasoning that he gives Tywin is so shameful, that he is ashamed to have like Tyrion as a son who killed his wife. Well, let's start from the fact that why you two even had sex then. It was your freaking sperm that created Tyrion. So let's start there. If you want to play the blame game, we can go there. Like, don't you dare put this on Tyrion. Like, enough's enough. I'm to a certain level, I just wanted to consider slapping him through the screen. So I don't care if he is, you know, the greatest Tywin Lannister or the Lannister king, whatever, the hand of the king and whatnot. To me, he's just Tywin, and an asshole for putting this on Tyrion and making him feel so low. Like, he's already there. He was the reason why King's Landing is still standing. He correctly said he strategized the defenses, because he has to say shit like that because no one believes him, and no one actually no one considers him as a Lannister. No, even if he has a Lannister's name, like, no one considers him as an individual, as a human being. So of course he has to point out every time he goes to the battlefield, because that's not expected of him. So excuse him for mentioning that he expects a little bit of gratitude when you are always off fighting that you are expected to do. So no one expects you to come back with a defeat. So don't talk about when you win. But when Tyrion wins an actual battle like planning the defenses, expect him to talk about it and to be gratified for it. So I just wanted to punch Tywin straight through the screen there. Woo! And then we saw the, what's it called? Baelish, and I don't know what he's going to do that is going to make him go out of the capital and take Sansa with him. I don't trust him in the slightest. He said that he just not long ago, quite a while ago, that he met Catelyn. It was when Renly was killed. I'm pretty sure time has passed since then. And even if it's not long ago, to me, and he says he's seen Arya, like, yes, I think when I'm thinking about it, I think he has seen her because he recognized her at the table when she was trying and avoiding him when she was cupbearer to Tywin. So I'm pretty sure he must have thought that, oh yes, this is Arya Stark, and didn't say anything to Tywin. And I love the fact that Rose told Shay that keep and watch on her from men like him. Not men like him, from him specifically. Not even men. So, yeah. And then it was shocking that Salindor was the one who captured Seaworth and Davos and handed him to Dragonstone. I can't believe that Davos has gone back to Dragon. I understand loyalty, but that's just... I just think that Stannis is not worth following at all. And knowing that he has the red woman speaking stuff into his ears, I would not even follow him. Like, not me, but I would tell Davos, don't follow him. He's not worth it. And then Marjorie is... she's turning out to be the queen that maybe King's Landing needs, and you could see Cersei doesn't like that, and she is completely... when she asked her to be... I'm pretty sure it was a strategy move for her to get Highgarden's coin, but at the same time, because see how much crop they're getting, like they're getting wheat, barley, apples, everything, 100 a day, if I'm not wrong. So that's a lot of food in a place like King's Landing where they're not even able to feed the poor. So King's Landing may pay its debts, but surely in time of need, Highgarden paid, like they owe them now. Lannisters owe them. So definitely the pay its debts have to come in handy for Highgarden, which of course is a marriage alliance, but still, like, she's being the queen, and I'm pretty sure maybe she just doesn't like Marjorie as a person because she's just sort of like, oh, I'm so perfect, and Cersei's just like, this is King's Landing, dear, this is not Highgarden. You can use your tricks back home, but not here. Here it's all about war and because you're managing 7 kingdoms here, so it's yada yada yada, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see the clash between the two families, specifically Marjorie and Cersei, in the future coming episodes. But yeah, and then now we're in Astapor for Daenerys, and what Jorah said about, you know, like the Dothraki follow strength, and she has yet to display that, even though the dragons are at the backside, but they're still like quite young and they've grown shockingly. Like I didn't even expect them to grow this much. They've grown quite a bit, and she's 3, exactly like how Aegon had. And I just think that, you know, right now for her to prove herself, even though she doesn't need to, but because she needs the armies, she has to listen to Jorah and display that strength. And one of which is for her to go to Astapor and talk to an idiot like Krasin to get the Unsullied, the slave, the greatest slave army in the world, that is ever known. And once I'm not sure how much the army would cost, but there are what, 8,000 of these people, so that's quite a bit, because in the history and lore, Tywin's army was 10,000. She's almost matching up to that. And if she goes to more cities, I'm pretty sure she will be ranking up to a good solid amount to take King's Landing. And but the only thing is now that Loras's army is with Tywin's army, that would mean double the numbers. So we need to see how much evaluate the situation there and then evaluate the situation here. But yeah, so the way that he cut off that nipple, oh, men don't need nipples. Who is this guy? Does he cut off his own nipples then? Oh, I can't, like, he just made me sick. But yeah, I just think that it's a little much to see that the Unsullied had to go through so much to be the strongest men. And then the warlocks are still trying to chase her and kill her. And who that kid is, I'm telling you, little girls in these shows are dangerous. First, the girl from the first episode in season 1 with the White Walkers. Now this girl, no. And in horror movies, no thanks. But yeah, and now she has to keep an eye out, and luckily Sir Barristan Selmy is going to be by her side along with Jorah Mormont. There was a little like Jorah's like, seriously, dude, you're trying to steal my girl? I think that was the kind of face that he had, but let's see if that just means that he's shocked that he wants to serve the queen, or yeah, I'm not really sure what that face was, but let's find out. I'm very excited for episode 2. I think I'm done for the day, and hopefully the next, I've already finished episode 1. Now there are just 9 episodes left. I think this is always way too less, but I'm very curious to see what episode 2 will be like. And we didn't get to see Arya this episode, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure she's going to turn up in the next one, and we get more answers about the rest of the stuff about Bran, what's happening to him, where is he going, where will he go? Of course he's going north, but would he have reached or is in the process of reaching Jon Snow? But naturally Jon is not there because he's now with the wildlings. Such a mess. I'm not sure where it goes, but still, we'll see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe for your friends and family. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, episode 2, here we come. Whenever. Bye.